What if for 7 days you lived 7 completely different lives? Not by changing your job, your city, or your clothes, but by changing the way you think. One day, you live in peace. The next, in courage. Then in gratitude, connection, and meaning. 7 days. 7 mindsets. And by the end, you're not the same person who began. Because the truth is, your life doesn't change when your circumstances do. It changes when your perspective does. Every philosophy, every mindset, every belief system is like a lens. And when you change the lens, the entire picture of your life transforms. So this week you're going to live 7 lives not to escape reality, but to see how many different realities exist within the same one. This isn't a challenge about doing more. It's about seeing deeper, about discovering who you could become. If you truly lived each day with intention, day 1 begins with peace. Not the kind that comes from silence or isolation, but the kind that exists even in the middle of chaos. Let's begin. Day 1, the day of peace. You wake up and decide today you will not fight the world. Not your thoughts. Not your schedule. Not the people who move too slowly. You let things be. The alarm rings, but you don't curse it. You breathe. Traffic builds, but you don't clench your jaw. You let it pass like a cloud. By midday. Something strange happens. The world softens. You realize that most of your stress doesn't come from events, but from resistance. You've been trying to control every little thing. But today, you finally let go. The coffee spills, you clean it. Someone interrupts you, you listen. For the first time in a while, you stop performing life and start living it. And as night falls, you understand, peace was never hidden. It was just buried under your constant need to win every small battle. You fall asleep, not with excitement, but with stillness. And that stillness feels better than happiness ever did. Day 2, the day of gratitude, you wake up and notice. Your ceiling, the same one you always see. But today, you notice it. You touch the blanket, feel its warmth, and realize this comfort once felt like luxury. You eat breakfast. Ordinary food. Ordinary moments. But the more you look, the more you see. Nothing is truly ordinary. Your mother's voice, a friend's message, the sunlight landing perfectly on the wall. It's all a miracle disguised as routine. You remember how much you used to chase what's next? How many times you scrolled past life searching for more? But today, you find beauty in what already exists. Gratitude turns your world from grayscale to color. Not because everything changed, but because you finally started seeing. And as you end the day, you whisper a quiet thank you. Not to anyone. Just to life itself. Because for once, you understood abundance was never something to earn. It was something to notice. Day 3, the day of courage. You wake up and your chest feels tight. Because you know what today is about, facing what you've been avoiding. You message the person you wronged. You apply for the thing you thought you weren't ready for. You tell the truth, even when it trembles in your throat. And suddenly, you realize courage doesn't feel like strength. It feels like shaking hands doing what needs to be done. It feels like tears held back in the middle of a conversation you've been avoiding. By evening, you're drained, but lighter. You've spent so long waiting for fear to go away. Not realizing courage only exists because fear is there. Today you stopped waiting to feel ready. You just began. And maybe that's what bravery really is moving forward. Even when everything inside you says stay still. For the day of connection, you decide today. You won't scroll past people. You'll actually see them. You look at your parents. Really look. The wrinkles around their eyes. The way they ask if you've eaten. Even when they already know the answer, you text your friend back, not with emojis, but with words that mean something. You put your phone down while someone talks, and suddenly, you realize how starved people are for real attention. Connection isn't built through grand gestures. It's in the eye contact, the pauses. The "I remember you said that last week." It's in the small things that say, "You matter." By night, you feel something deep and quiet belonging. Because no matter how much you achieve, you'll always need someone who simply understands. You'll learn that connection isn't found. It's made one genuine moment at a time. Day 5, the day of discipline. You wake up early, even though every cell in your body says no. You do the work not for applause, not for dopamine, but because this is who you said you'd be. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect in motion. It's building a life that your future self can thank you for. You skip distractions. You finish what you start. You act on your priorities, not your impulses. And something changes. You stop feeling like life is against you. Because discipline reminds you that you still hold the steering wheel. You understand now. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. Freedom is doing what's right, even when you don't want to. And that makes you quietly powerful. Not loud, not showy, but unshakable. Day 6, the day of presence. You decide to live this day as if it were your last ordinary one. No rushing, no multitasking. Just being. You notice how your coffee smells. How the morning air feels slightly colder today. How your heartbeat speeds up when you laugh. You realize how much of life you've missed, not because it wasn't there, but because you were always somewhere else. You've lived so much in yesterday's guilt and tomorrow. As plans that you forgot what it means to exist now, presence makes time stretch again. The same hours feel longer, fuller, richer. You start to wonder maybe it wasn't time that was short. Maybe it was attention, and by night, as you sit in silence, you understand you don't need more time. You just need to be fully alive in the time you already have. Day 7. The day of meaning. You wake up with one question echoing in your mind. Why? Why are you doing all this? Why do you chase, build, struggle? You realize that for years you've collected goals but lost touch with purpose. You've been so focused on getting somewhere that you forgot to ask why you're going there. Meaning isn't found in success, luxury, or even happiness. Meaning is found in giving, in creating something that outlives you. It's in helping, teaching, loving, and leaving traces of kindness behind. You think of your parents, your friends, the people you've met this week, and suddenly it clicks. You're not here to win life. You're here to live it deeply. And as the week ends, you realize you've lived 7 versions of yourself. 7 truths. 7 wanes. But beneath them all, one lesson remains. Every day you get to choose who you are. Peaceful or chaotic. Grateful or blind. Present or distracted. You decide. And maybe that's what life really is. Not years to survive, but moments to awaken. Every sunrise is a new philosophy waiting to be lived. Every day, another chance to begin again.